Welcome back to the Sharp Shooter Sports Talk. I am your humble and gracious host, Mr. Grinsky Sharp, on the ones, the twos, the threes, the fours, and the fives, and the six. Sorry, everybody, for my tardiness and running behind, man. Take a good nap, and you forget everything that you're supposed to be doing, man. Glad to have everybody up in here, and I know everybody gonna keep on rolling up in here, man. Glad to see everybody in here. Before we get started, make sure you everybody in there hit that like and subscribe button. Got a packed house tonight, man. Going to be talking about some of everything tonight, and even give a little preview to two big games. Where one of them is ours, and the other one is the Red River rivalry. But before I start talking to the people,
shootout, Red River Shootout,
what did I say?
Rivalry. Don't ever call it that. That's so.
I'm sorry, man. Red River Shootout. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, no. I didn't mean to butt in on you.
No. Please correct me, man. I ain't one of the ones, man. I like to be corrected when I'm wrong. I don't want to keep going around being wrong.
No, wait a minute. That's I think I just learned something. Is it not robbery?
No.
That
it is. It is according to the shirts. It's the
okay.
Go down.
Okay,
it's the shootout.
All right.
What I thought. I was
like, man, I don't know.
But like I said, man, appreciate everybody up in here, man. You already know I got to introduce the guys before we get into it. Y'all already know, man. It's a surprise that he is the first one in line. The David Ruffin of all podcasting. The gold mic heard around the world, y'all. If you got $20,000, you can get you one of those. And I don't care what price he say it is, he's lying to you. You already know the man of mayhem, Dennis the Menace himself, Mr. SE Season himself.
That's
good
funny.
Friend and brother Tez. What's going on with you, dog?
Man, feeling pretty good. Tired today, bro. Just getting in, and man, it's just
don't
just
say
one of them days, bro.
Don't say nothing about being tired right now. Man, I'm still mad I went to sleep.
It's dragging, man.
That's how I feel right now, man. But of course,
I'm here.
Oh yeah, man. That's always a great thing, man. And like I said, man, everybody, if you need your thumbnails done, if you have a YouTube channel, we got a good brother right here, man, charging for the low price. Just hit him up, man. He a good man. And y'all already know our good brother over there at the Bama Standard, always dropping that knowledge and going to be dropping some real heat coming soon, man. Y'all just got to stay tuned for it. I promise you, it's going to be worth your while. The man, the myth, the legend, our good friend and brother, Jonathan Lewis. What's going on, man?
Going on, fellas? Brinsky, appreciate the invite. Tez, always getting that knowledge, man. Same thing with Jason, bringing the SEC, the Oklahoma, man. I'm excited you got on here, brother, because Texas lost, and this is where I really wanted to see the OU fans come out, and Coach Sean obviously dropping that X's and O's. So appreciate everybody and everybody already in that comment section lighting it up. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure to like, share, and subscribe here, and then everybody else's channel as well.
Oh yeah, man, you said it right there, man. And of course, you know he had to be in here. It didn't feel right, man, because it felt like, man, this be the normal people that we usually have on a Monday. And just dropping great knowledge. And a lot of folks been giving great compliments to the Monday show. Thanks to you, brothers, saying, man, damn, man, it'd be a lot coming from the show that's showing up on Saturday. So definitely shout out to y'all, brothers. But you already know, got to keep it going. Our good friend over there at Hall of Fame Sports, Mr. Boomer Sooner himself, Orange down forever, will always give something negative about the Texas Longhorns. Don't give a damn about Arch. Shout out to Arch though. That's my guy. But but y'all already know, man, Mr. Mayhem himself, he's gonna cause a lot of ruckus when we start talking about those Longhorns. My good friend and brother, Jason White. What's going on, man?
Man, appreciate another fantastic intro. Appreciate that for me, man. You my guy. No, I appreciate being on with you guys. And this is a national holiday week if you're a Sooner. This is where we gather together with the shit out of Texas every week, or every year. Once a year, this is the best week. You know, I'll just remind everybody: 7 out of 10 have gone to homeless. Don't say anything about Texas and how great they are. Not, you know, just go there. But good to see everybody. Coach Sean, Jonathan, Tez, Sharpe. Appreciate you having me on.
Oh yeah, man. And definitely I want to give a real special shout out to Bishop, man, for coming up here those few times. Shout out to Bishop. Yeah, definitely shout out to Bishop, man, for coming up here, man, showing major love, man, dropping great knowledge throughout the week, man, showing hella love, man. Definitely appreciate him. Hopefully see him in the chat in a minute. But y'all already know, man. Last but certainly not least, most underrated person on these YouTube streets. A lot of people give him hella compliments that he don't even see, that I see. And they be giving him his flowers like we do on the show. Alabama A&M former running back and graduate, the man with the master plan, Mr. X and O's himself. He will cuss you out if you don't know your shit. But we love him over here. we love him over here. And we love him. Our good friend and brother, Coach Sean.
I appreciate you, brother. Likewise to all my brothers on the panel. I'm just following them. Trust me. Brinsky got the hottest show in America, and I'm just happy to be here, bro. The truth is in the details, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's Alabama A&M homecoming weekend.
Oh yes. Oh, don't think I'm not about to mention that too. That's be one of the things we previewing too, because we're going to be discussing what type of beverages he's gonna
be drinking a little bit this week.
what is your top 5 beverages for homecoming? Don't worry, when we get there, that's going to be highly entertaining because I know something is in that cup. And it sure ain't cranberry juice.
Oh, for real? But it is cranberry juice. It's pomegranate cranberry juice. It's freaking delicious. It's healthy, right? Trying to keep my arm from looking like turkey necks. It's back to being solid. Hey, man, this is what y'all need to get. Trust me.
And what else is in
me and Jonathan were just talking about how we need to eat better.
Bro, I
get some tips from you.
Trying to tell you, boy.
I'm having this conversation a lot lately.
Or is it you flushing to get ready for this weekend?
Right.
A little bit of both. Actually, starting for me.
No. Save it.
Wednesday. It starts Wednesday.
Save it.
Hydration.
I want to trust me. We're going to get into those details. Don't worry. We're going to definitely get into those details. But y'all already know where we're going to start at. It was the game heard around the world. Good old Alabama over Vandy, man. We heard from Pavia. We heard from everybody. Everybody get to talk mess about us, but we can't talk mess back. That's what I keep seeing from some college analysts. We just can't talk mess. It ain't nothing malicious about it. But, we got to be humble and all that. But you know what I say to all that? F that. Keep that same energy, Johnny Foosball. Shout out to Pavia, but it's still F you too because you talk that mess about my time, but it's all love. But it's really F anybody and all these sensitive college football analysts that I don't want to get started with that. I say that. But Alabama won over Vandy. It was a tough game. We had 2 days to sit on this game. And we about to do our final analysis over this game. So, John, what's your thoughts on this Alabama over Vandy game, man?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm happy.
Before you get into, I'm sorry, my fault.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Latoya sent a $5 super chat. I appreciate you, Latoya. Always, like you already know what time it is. She said, "So much knowledge in one place. Where else can you see? Where else can you get this? I'll wait. Roll mother effing tide. Boomer Jason Super Ted. What's up, Ted?" She said, "Sup, Ted." But appreciate you always, Tori. But John, go ahead.
So I want to start off different, right? Normally I wouldn't be doing this, but I want to start off by saying, look, I have to respect Clark Lee when he's doing it at Vanderbilt. What he's doing is not your flash in the pan type ordeal. I went back and I watched the all 22 of the game, and look, the one thing that stood out to me wasn't necessarily the plays, but Vanderbilt actually has SEC looking defensive tackles, SEC looking offensive linemen now, right? Clark Lee's doing a great job of that. Obviously, the transfer portal, the NIL, you know what I mean, is helping construct that a little bit as well. But look, when I went back and looked at the all 22 film, and then I used my brain of nitpicking with people and asking how this all looked and how it fit and all this stuff, the one thing that stood out to me was, guys, the first half, I don't think you could have looked any worse in the run fits from what everybody was telling me and showing me. Justin Jefferson, my brother, wowzers, were you just, I mean, it was not good. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to sit here and nitpick the X's and O's because I can't speak it as fluently as Coach Sean and some of you guys can. But I'm just going to say that once again, we're getting gashed with the run in the first half. We made our adjustments, which is something I screamed about last year, all year. We had adjustments. It looked better. It looked better against Georgia from first half to second half. Same thing in Vandy, first half, getting gashed, second half, kind of structured a little bit better. Maybe I'm incorrect, and Coach Sean could talk more on that. But Ty Simpson is as great as he looked at over 300 yards passing, like almost 350, I believe, and 2 touchdowns. Man, we left some points on the board. That interception he threw, he had Isaiah Horton wide open for a touchdown. Just made the wrong read. And he actually did it 2 times. So, obviously he's still got some growing to do. He looks really good and all that stuff. And it is nice because I do preach on this every week. It's nice to say that we have a 100-yard rushing running back. The first time since, I believe, 2023, we had a 100-yard rushing running back. So I'll have to look at that again exactly, but it's been a long time. I'm just happy with the win. I don't want to bring it down. And Ryan Williams looked good. He looked improved, in my opinion. I'll just leave it at that. I could sit here all day and talk this, though.
Oh, before we get too deep in the conversation, man, shout out to everybody in the chat. Usually I shout out to everybody, so that was my fault. Y'all charged it to my heart. We got Latoya up in here. We got Jeremy up in here. We got Kim up in here. Anitra up in here. Twist up in here. Good to see y'all. Roll Tide. We got some Oklahoma people up in here too. Jeff, what's going on? What's going on? Who else? We got our good brother Trap Panel up in here, man. Sorry I missed you over this weekend, man. Yeah. We was up in here podding. And I hopefully I did tell you. I just can't remember if I told you I wasn't gonna make it to the game. And thank God I didn't, because I'm still pissed off about it. I don't know if I ain't even talked to Tez about it yet. That's how mad about it I am.
I heard about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot. Shout out to Jason sending us that text too. Herb Rod, what's going on with you? Y'all make sure y'all go support those brothers over there too. Joe Willie, what's going on? What's going on? Jimmy, what's going on? Got the Sooners up in here. Y'all keep it going. Jake, what's going on? He's saying Red River rivalry, man. Come on, man.
Bro, do not call it rivalry. Come on, bro.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I'm just Sooner right there. Hold up, Jake. You're a Sooner. You know better. Come on, it's the shootout.
Mike, what's going on with you, brother? What's going on? Who else? I'm strolling fast. Oh man, I definitely appreciate that link, man. You always showing that love, man. Appreciate it, man. Hey, you only as best as your guys, and I feel like I got some of the best guys in the business. I put them up against anybody, especially Paul Feinbaum. Shout out to Paul.
Ephraim, let's relax a little bit.
Oh, I don't even see that comment yet. I'll try to say whatever one you're talking about. Sooner in Texas. I need to say this so I can read that off later on. Who else we got in here? I'm still strolling. And good to see you up in here. KT, what's going on? What's going on?
KT.
I'm sorry, y'all. I was just strolling. Cal, what's going on? Like I said, man, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button, man. We're going to get right back into it. Sorry for holding up the show. Coach Sean, go ahead, my brother.
For me, man, It was actually a good game, man. The first half is just what John said. I talked about that. John, it's John called it right down the middle. That's what it was. When I went back and watched the game again, I didn't have any R22, but I just DVR and then watch it from the TV. A lot of ace pistol, a lot of pistol, a lot of split backs with Jeremy Bernard in the backfield. The perimeter blocking by the wide receivers, at times was crucial. We missed a couple of blocks at the wide receiver that would have sprung jam on the perimeter. I've seen a lot of us bringing motion to the front side of the formation. A lot of pinning and pulling that actually worked with Parker Brailsford. I personally think Parker Brailsford the best center in the country. A lot of pinning and pulling, a lot of consistent pinning and pulling with Parker leading the charge, man. Vandy played a lot of quarters coverage. I didn't realize that watching the game. They played a lot of quarters coverage, man, trying to take away the deep route, intermediate route, as far as on the deep side. But a lot of the shallow crosses and intermediate routes actually was hidden in their quarters coverage. Alabama, I didn't realize this either watching the game until I watched it back. Alabama is deadly on switch releases. Man, running switch releases, these guys, I know one particular time they run a switch release with Isaiah Horton and Cuevas. And Cuevas, the Ty put the ball right in front of him. Cuevas actually attacked the top part of his route very gingerly, very, very lazy. No disrespect to him, but he done that 2 times in the game, actually. And that could have been a big completion, but it was just a horrible second part of the route ran by him. You got to remember, man, going into next week, this Missouri team that we're going into is these guys have had back-to-back 10-win seasons. So the things that we didn't do well against Vandy, we definitely do well against this team on the road. I noticed that Ty left a lot of underneath routes wide open to go for the deeper route. Several times, dudes came across and stopped at sixes, stems, and was wide open, and he overlooked them to go to the layered route. I seen one time where these guys were 13, 14 yards downfield and actually switched with Isaiah and Ryan, and the DB got confused. That's when Isaiah snatched it out the air. That was a switch in the middle of the field, about 15 yards downfield. And one thing I'll say about Parker Brailsford, man, this dude, I watched Parker Brailsford. Parker is absolutely awesome to me, man. Very, very fundamentally sound, man. If you watch Parker Brailsford, watch on his combos, man. This guy will hike the ball, and they teach him mid-level blocking, not to cut the man, but we call it near leg. They teach him to hit the near leg. That will actually, if you pay attention to it, if you watch near leg, that'll actually take the man. Like if the guy you're blocking, it'll sort of erase him from the gap, right? Parker is very fundamental with that, man. And then not only do he do that, he understands how to hit near leg. He'll come off of that and go up to the second level. Same combo, Very, very, very proud of Parker Brailsford, man. This dude is awesome. He helped Wilkin Formby out several times with his man when Wilkin was playing right guard. He would combo with Wilkin Formby and then get up to the second level on the middle linebacker. So that's awesome. I really, really, really love the way the offense is coming together. A lot of wide zone, man. But remember, man, and some other people may tell you differently. This is just my humble opinion. When you run wide zone, to me, the backside cutoff is crucial. It's crucial. To me, sometimes, depending on who you play, it's even more important than the front side. The backside cutoff is crucial, man, because if you get inside the 3 technique, it creates this wonderful little lane, right, that we kept missing because Jam wanted to pop outside of the blocking scheme, right? When you run wide zone, man, and you get underneath, your backside, the backside cutoff is crucial. You get a backside cutoff, right? You get a backside cutoff, it creates this wonderful little seam, and it was there. And every time Jan would stop and try to break it to the outside and run into the defense. So we got to fix that, man. I'm going to tell you something else real quick right now. Michael Carroll should be the starter. Michael Carroll should be the starter. I'm like, it's no disrespect. I told you, Wilkin is one of my favorite players on the team. I mean, hell, I'd rather play Wilkin at guard than play him at tackle. Michael Carroll is just a freshman, and this dude's first steps are awesome. His pass set, awesome. His hand placement, awesome. His near leg, awesome. It's unreal. And this is pass blocking, run blocking. even when he's pulling, this kid's first step is always up the same side as he's pulling. This dude is awesome. What can you say, man? The defense played better than I thought in the second half. These guys came out and held these guys. Outside that one big run in the first half, they really held these guys. I personally think Vanderbilt tried to do too much with Pavia. I think they really, really limited themselves. And then at the very end of the game, they wanted to try to go to the tight end on the seam. The tight end was not trying to catch the ball. Cuz had an alligator arm. He was not trying to catch the ball. So I really think Vanderbilt, I talked about this the other night, Vanderbilt's gluteus maximus hole sort of get a little tight. And they really start to me outcoach themselves. They overthought it. They did too much with Pavia. Several times Pavia should have handed the ball off. He chose to keep it, and that really worked against them. It caused them a lot of down and distance problems. Vanderbilt is very tough to stop in 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. When you start getting them in 3rd and 7s and 3rd and 8s, it's a whole nother team. Dude, he can throw the football. Don't get me wrong. He can throw the football, but he's very uncomfortable throwing on the seam, deep routes in the seam. I'll take that all day. And just to wrap it up, man, we need a better effort on the road against a team that's won 10 games 2 years in a row. I really think they need to put somebody else at right guard because, Gino Vandermark is awesome, but he have his issues in the pass game, man. He have his issues, so do Wilkin. I don't know what's going on there, but we really need to shore that up going in on these road trips. This will be, I think, to date, just as tough as going to Georgia because this team had a bye week. They're focused on everything that we do well. You can best believe they're going to try to come up with exotic ways to get pressure on Ty. And, it's a great win for Alabama, man. If nothing else, our defense has got to get better. And if nothing else, our offense seems to be clicking right on stride right now.
Now, can I interject, Brinsky, just to make one statement? From what I'm hearing, and you know what I mean, I think it'll be confirmed by tomorrow in practice, is that when Roberts comes back, which he's expected to, Formby won't be on the field. It's going to be Vandermark with Roberts and then Carroll at that right tackle position.
Not
against Vanderbilt, Missouri. Sorry, when we go against Missouri this upcoming weekend, expect to see it's going to be because Roberts wasn't in the game at all this past week, right? So from what I'm hearing is that Roberts is going to be on the right side with Carroll, and then the left side is going to be Vandermark, and then that leaves Formby out the picture at that point. So that's just from what I'm hearing. I'm not going to say that's for sure what's going to happen until we see the practice and everything tomorrow. So, and I think tomorrow will be a dead giveaway on what's going to happen.
So they're going to move Vandermark to the left guard.
Yeah. So, and that's just, you know what I mean? And Formby, I don't know if you guys paid attention in the Vandy game. Formby started off at right tackle, got beat a couple times. Then they moved him to guard, brought Carroll in, and then he got beat at the guard position. That number 99, Singh, dude, he was tearing him up. He was tearing him, his ass up, period, every time he had a chance. So
definitely to go see that. So they're going to take Dewberry out of the game completely?
No. So from what I'm like, essentially the lineup I'm hearing is, I meant Dewberry, is you're going to not Vandermark. So you're going to have the left side. It's going to be, this is just what I'm hearing, is going to be obviously Caden Proctor. Then Dewberry's going to be the right guard. Sorry, the left guard will be back.
Yeah, I thought you said Vandermark will be left guard. I'm like,
that one threw me off.
My bad. Cam Dewberry. Sorry. And obviously Brailsford. And then Carroll will be at that right tackle position.
Okay.
Whether or not, you know what I mean? That's just, like I said, we'll figure that out when they go to practice and everything starts back tomorrow. We'll be able to probably get a good look at that because Missouri, we're on the road. So we're going to see a lot more of the ones come in sooner than we normally would for a home game.
Hey, really quickly, don't look now, man, but when we combo and get up to the second level, 71, he have his pass pro issues, but when we combo and get up to the second level, Dewberry is a man. He's a grown-ass man, bro. I'm talking about pancaking cats. Yes, to me, it should be Caden Proctor, Dewberry, obviously Parker Brailsford. I would keep Jaden at right guard, and I would keep Michael Carroll at right tackle, man. Going forward with the teams we have left, that produces the best lineup to run the football. Alabama's going to have to try to run the football better than they have, and the defense has got to fit the run a little bit better for me to be completely satisfied.
Let me do these real quick before they pile up on me. My fault. Our good brother, Piano Man, ladies and gentlemen, the best. I ain't gonna lie, he is literally my morning. How I listen to my mornings every morning.
Facts.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how it just became that, but it's always there. So make sure you guys support the best morning show at 8 o'clock Central Time. Our good brother, Piano Man. 8 in the morning Central Time at the Long Run with Piano Man with the $4.99 super chat. Say roll tide, fellas, supporting my brothers. Appreciate you always, man. Our good brother BT up in the house with the $5 super chat. He said, "F that rusty anchor, roll in." Hey, I'm with you when you're right, BT. I'm with you when you're right, man. I'm with you when you're right. Piano Man with another $4.99 said, "Great show as always, supporting my brothers." Definitely, man. Thank you. You know, man. And yeah, we got to make sure we got to get. I think Piano Man is at 3 some or 290 something. I can't remember.
He's close to 3 if he's not at 3 already.
And thank you to Piano Man. He hit one of those was to my channel, so I appreciate that.
Oh, okay. My bad. That was throwing me off. I felt like it was up here twice. So definitely shout out there.
Coach
Jacob. Jacob, appreciate you for the $4.99, my brother. He said run fit issues still can we run front with I think you're talking about James Smith, Simmons, or something similar against Hardy. He's a problem. Love the show and knowledge. Appreciate you always, brother. Yep. Hardy gonna definitely be toting that thing, man. So we got to slow him down. He's been running that ball. I think he's the SEC leader right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, man, we got to slow him down. Some guys taking him for granted. I'm not. You never take these opponents for granted. So definitely shout out to everybody. But go ahead, John, because I know I cut you off.
No. I was pretty much done. I'm good.
Oh, okay. We're gonna let Ted.
Y'all gonna let me talk about this too, or what?
Coach Carl, shout out to him too, real quick.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, Tez hadn't gone yet either. But just make sure that I want to talk. This game was good. I enjoyed it.
Oh no. Go ahead.
I won't be too long, Jason.
Yeah,
go for it. I wasn't trying to jump over.
Yeah. No, you good.
You know you good.
I just we talked about it in the post game, and it's pretty much the same for me. I rewatched it, rewatched it again. It happened to be on TV actually, and I think this game came down to one play, and that's a fumble forced by Justin Jefferson. I feel like if Vandy scores right there on that drive, scores a touchdown on that drive, this is a completely different football game. It took away their ability to lean on the run. The run fits were, I would say that they weren't the best in the first half. But I talked to Brinsky in the second half of this football game, Brinsky. You remember I told you, like, they can't run the ball no more. Like, you could see it. Like, they couldn't run the football no more. And once that happened, they became poverty or bust. And he didn't make enough plays to win them this football game. We pointed out Alabama ran the ball more times than Vanderbilt. Just let that sink in for a second. Almost doubled them up in rushing attempts.
That's insane. So that is an insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then you almost had the ball. Alabama had the ball almost for 20 minutes more than they did. 22 minutes to 37 minutes on time of possession. Like, that's how you beat a team like that. It's not so much about the points. It's more about sustaining drives.
Exactly.
Every time Vanderbilt got the ball, they were in 4-minute offense. Like, it kind of takes away what you do best. If every single time it's at the end of the half, you getting the ball at the end, you have to make a play. When you sit on the ball like that, the other team, their drives become so much more important. That 3 and out, you go 3 and out and you're not getting the ball a lot. It
changed what you want to do, Tez. They can't do that same old. It changed what you want to do. Alabama, think about this while you're talking.
They ran 25 more plays than they did.
Alabama, we played Vanderbilt last year, had the ball 17 minutes, bruh. Right? We had the ball. That's the whole game. Alabama had the ball 18 minutes in one half against this team. You right. You're 100% right.
Now, I doubt it. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I doubt it. Brisky pointed out I picked against y'all. This is the first time this year I picked against y'all, but I doubt it. I doubted y'all's ability to sustain drives, to beat this team, to do what you need to do to beat this team, to play this type of game. And so seeing y'all play this type of game, you know, it for the future that breeds some. I got to breed some confidence in you guys. But you got a big game, like you said, big game coming up next week. You're playing Missouri. This is actually student versus teacher, right? This is Kalen DeBoer playing against a Kalen DeBoer's disciple in Kirby Moore, who's the offensive coordinator for Missouri. I don't know if you guys watch Missouri football, but Missouri runs offense like all of us think you should run offense. What I mean by that, the running backs run the ball, the quarterback passes the ball, and the wide receivers catch it. Like, if you look on their stat sheet, their top 3 rushers are all running backs. Like, there's no quarterback in there. And they have a quarterback who has a chip on his shoulder. You know, this is a guy who Penn State picked Drew Aller over, pretty much. Sent him packing to Missouri.
And they number 1 against the rush in the country.
This is the number 1 passing offense in the SEC versus the number 1 rushing offense in the SEC is what you're about to get Saturday. So I won't go too much in that game because I know we're going to do a preview show, but they're not too bad on defense either. I will say that the entire defensive line wears single-digit numbers. You know, you can infer what you want to infer from that, but when everybody on the defensive line is a 7, 8, a 9, that kind of tells you what they think about that defensive line. And they also have Hosea Trotter, who is Jeremiah Trotter's son. He's got a brother in the NFL playing for the league for the Eagles right now. He is everywhere on that defense. So, like, this poses a special problem right here, this game. So it's gonna be just exciting. I expect just an exciting a game as this one was for next week.
Jason, go ahead and say what you need to say about our Tide, man.
I'll tell you what. I was saying something the other day. When you had that first turnover, because that was one of the things that everybody talked about going into this game was not turning the football over, and that's something that Alabama hadn't done all season. When you saw them, they're already down 7-0, and they turn the ball over, and I thought, we're about to find out what Bama's about right here, right now. We're gonna find out what they're about, and you know. Obviously, that changes the complexity of the game, as Tez said at the end, if that is a turnover. But I got to tell you, I got probably more out of Alabama this weekend than I've gotten out of any of the wins leading up to it, including the one at Georgia, because of the fact that you did have some things go wrong, some things that weren't going your way, even at home. So I feel like they grew up a little bit, especially Ty Simpson. I mean, Ty's been great all year. I think we established early on that it wasn't his fault that you lost at week 1. I feel like more and more that was overlooking them and an effort issue more than anything else. But with what you saw, you're going to have to go through some adversity at some point, right? Every football team that has any kind of aspirations of winning anything, you're going to have to be able to weather a storm. And when he turns the ball over there, and that was the main thing that everybody's talking about that they hadn't done, and what probably the main reason that they beat Georgia was because they hadn't turned it over. For them to be able to weather that storm, and continue to keep their head down, and they ran the ball, like you said, running the football. We talked about it last week. How important was it going to be for you to continue to run the ball? And a lot of the time, the last few weeks, they had kind of moved away from it, where they didn't continue with it throughout the game. They dominated the game at the end, or they were able to hold on at the end because of the fact that the offensive line imposed its will on Vandy. Vandy, what they don't have, they've got good guys, I think, in their first rotation and stuff like that. It drops off a little bit after that. So for them to continue to run the ball, continue to pound the ball the way that they did, now you have a team that isn't as deep as you in the trenches, and it definitely, to me, it paid big dividends for the Tide. Big dividends.
Yeah, man. Definitely it was stressful. I ain't gonna lie, man, going into that second half. But like you were saying, man, definitely shout out to I know we I'm not gonna say me, but I know Coach Sean and John give Justin Jefferson a hard time. In a lot of ways is warranted. But man, he stepped up when he needed to step up on a lot of big plays. Hopefully he continues to get better. Definitely gonna need big time games for him. And I like how he was attacking quarterback. Just got to be better in them run fits and all that, man. Just find a way, man. Whatever. And it was one last thing I wanted to talk about on this.
Is he a first? What is he? A junior?
He's a senior.
He's a senior.
Okay.
Yeah. But one thing I did before we get off this one and talk about Texas and Florida, which I know Jason is salivating to talk about his good old Texas Longhorns. But
I'll be Saturday, bro. I could care less.
I know, man. I already know. I seen this on Piano Man's show, and he brung up. I have to send you the guy's name. I don't want to talk bad about him at all because I don't know what was said for real. But it was about the one thing that I can't stand about our fans sometimes, man. We just overpick about stuff. Like, why are we running this and running that? And he was saying that somebody said something about Caden Proctor. Why is Caden Proctor running the ball? Like, why is he catching the ball? I'm like, man, it was only one pass. It's only one play. And I'm just like, we just finding ways to just.
People don't understand that some of these folks just, they don't understand, bro. You doing that. Let me tell everybody in the chat that don't know this.
Go ahead.
When you see them running these plays with Caden, the screen, for one, Caden is not going to get stopped in 2 yards. I don't care. He'll fall and get that first down. No. That's one. Two is they're doing that consistently to set something up for later on in the year, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're going to, in one of these big games where we need something, they're going to put Caden out there. The defense going to go crazy because film commands them to. Football is based on film study. Go ask anybody who played this game. It's based on your tendencies and your films. If Coach Carl and Coach Al in the chat, they'll tell you the same thing. Football is based on film, bro. You just don't go out there and play, bro. It's based on what you do, what you've done. That's how you prepare for a team, right? Their film. So when the team see Caden out there, they have no choice but to command. He's going to command their attention. Now, we may not even give him the ball and do something different. Mm-hmm. Dude know what he doing, man. Grub know what he doing. It's a reason for this, man. So all the fans don't understand that. Trust me.
And thank you. I said the exact same thing. And this is coming from Coach. Even I got that much common sense.
Yeah, that's why I don't never like buy into the whole play calling thing. Like sometimes it's play calling, right? Everybody that play calling is a low hanging fruit. Whenever a game goes wrong, you can always count on.
Except most people can't tell you what the damn play should have been, or what, you know what I mean, or why they shouldn't have called that play. They just be like, the play calling sucks.
The play calling sucks, but that's why I don't harp on it too much because when these plays work, everybody thinks you're a genius. When they don't, like I guarantee you, if that play that Kalen Proctor hadn't worked, you'd have had a whole bunch of people saying, "Oh, they should have just ran the ball."
But
it's like.
It was a smart play, man. This shit worked.
Yeah, it worked. That's what I'm saying. It's like a lot of play calling, what we think of play calling. Well, I ain't gonna say we, but I'm saying dude, the average fan thinks of play calling just be because the plays work. And when they don't work, people, of course, if it doesn't work, you should have done something else. Like that's, of course.
These folks will what if you to death. What if?
Bro,
yeah.
They don't want to.
You what if a team all the way to a national championship?
What if you to death?
James Richards, it puts it exactly where it needs to be. Absolutely. It's execution. If everybody just supposed to do their job, the play works, right? So because that's what pissed me off about Georgia fans that criticized Kirby on that 4th and goal, running it to the right with Cash. I'm like, if LT Overton doesn't beat the right tackle, he
made a hell of a play on that.
He walked in, I mean, and I think that you can question. Those are ones that you can question because you're behind and you can tie the game up and you can force Alabama to score again. I understand second guessing that, it's when you start saying, you know, there's been a bunch of people that have been saying that, you know, Michael Hawkins sucks over one series where he got happy feet and had 3 bad throws. He didn't turn the ball over, mind you. He just had 3 bad throws. You know, Mateer's very good, but it doesn't mean that Michael Hawkins can't play because he made a couple of bad throws. He led them to 5 straight scoring drives in the game, didn't turn the ball over, and, you know, and we're talking about we can't beat Texas if Michael Hawkins plays. That's insanity. Insanity.
And then on that LT Overton play, that was more Deontay Lawson. I was going to say
Deontay Lawson and that linebacker core showed up in that game and this week and were more physical.
Yeah, if he didn't die for that, because you see he died for Cash's legs and they buckled.
Yeah, he was going to get him. Yeah, no, I got you on that. But if Gunner would have pulled that, I mean, he could have had a wheelchair and went into the end zone.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, on that play, we can question whether they should have took the field goal or not. But the actual play call, when you look at how many first downs they have picked up running that exact same play, like you can't really question it. Off of the hurry up like that, like, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, if it's executed properly, it's a great play. If it's not executed properly, then
you know how the game goes.
People say, "Oh man, you should have ran the ball."
But I sent it to you, Coach Sean and John. I still haven't watched the video. It was earlier. Shout out to Piano Man.
What was he talking about? What was they saying?
Like, just paraphrase. I haven't watched it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I was going off what Piano Man said. He was just complaining about why are we even doing it? Because we have all the guys in the backfield like Richard Young, we have Daniel Hill, we have AK Deer. That's why I said I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. And I'm gonna listen to it. We definitely gonna talk about it.
And I know Martin understand that. Martin played the game, man. But if that's Martin played in a time when football was very condensed. Martin played in a time when you barely saw anything over 2 receiver sets. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why he thinks the way he do. I get it. That's the era he played in. He know the game. But this is a wide open era, man. You got to set stuff up for weeks down the road. You know, every coach have their way they watch film, bro. You know, so you put these little intricacies in to bust their head on one play later on in the season. Might be the next game, might be the game after that. Everything they do, especially stuff like that, commands attention on film. They know that. So everything is not done for no avail. It's a reason for that. I promise you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the last thing. We're gonna move on. My fault.
I was about to say, I think they detailed that in the Georgia game after they ran that play. If I'm not mistaken, after they ran that play, they when they put it in slow motion, they was talking about like eventually they're gonna run this play and they have this off of it. They have this receiver. Fact. Like I think they actually said that during the broadcast.
But I'm gonna say, you made me forget what I was about to say just that quick, Tez. Damn it. I really did forget what I was about to say on that.
You was about to say Tez is the greatest.
We're gonna roll out here on my channel getting memberships and stuff.
Yeah, that was I was just about to shout out to all the members. Bishop, man, appreciate you becoming a member too. And he gifted a membership over there at Jason's channel too.
He did as well.
Definitely shout out to
Cherry Bear gifted 5 of them, man. Much appreciation, along with Mysterious Black. So.
Yeah, and Mysterious Black, man. Appreciate you coming to me, man. Y'all showing out tonight, man. Appreciate all the love, man. Thank you. Continuously supporting. That's why I said, man, trying to get to 3,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So tell a friend to tell a friend. We just don't talk Alabama football. We talk all college football over here, man. So thank you all for supporting over here. But y'all already know where we about to go to now. We about to talk about Jason's favorite team in the whole wide world. Florida over Texas, ladies and gentlemen. Good old Florida over Texas.
Can I talk to Jason about this one first?
Please.
Because I want to hear what Jason got to say about this. Like non-biased opinion. I want to hear what he got to say about this. When I watched that Texas-Florida game, because I had to go back and watch it back, obviously. Listen, man, we all understand the O-line problems, right? but I'm gonna tell you what I seen just in that little short time, man. Some of the wide receivers not getting off press coverage.
That's right.
I seen specifically more than once in that game when Florida was in two safety high.
Mm-hmm.
They had an outside route that was a deep route, straight 9, straight down the field. The inside guy ran a dig by 12 to 13 yards, a little deeper dig. Safety bit on the dig, right? Safety bites. He comes down, bite on the dig. Outside route, the corner on his outside shoulder, he's pushing toward the post, sort of. He wide ass open, wide open, bro. The DB was on his backside. The other safety came down on the dig. The outside receiver, he moves toward the post, deep post. Arch never even looked his way. Never even looked his way. He was focused on the dig, man. Focused on the dig. So, man, I don't know what's going on there.
My question would be to you first, though, before you ask anything to me, is to me, it feels like that he's only getting 1 to 2 reads and he's out, or maybe even the one read it sounds like a lot of times it's that, but a lot of that may be that he's getting inside pressure because their guards are not good, Coach Sean.
Facts.
They are not good, and it's wild to me. So do you feel like he's just, because this is kind of what I was asking about the Oklahoma game. We had the one series where Hawkins got a little bit of happy feet, and it just so happened to coincide with your left tackle's getting beat like he stole something right now.
Yeah.
So you speed up that clock or whatever, and I think it feels like to me that Arch's clock has been sped up all year. Now he did get something going at the end, but it feels like his clock is sped up. Do you feel like it's because maybe all those routes you just talked about these are 13 to 18 yard routes? That takes some time, Coach.
He committed several balls underneath. He completed, some balls underneath. But when these guys would try to go intermediate to deep, man, it just didn't work out, man. I was like, one thing is Texas got to get back to trying to run the ball. They putting way too much on that kid, man, right now.
They are.
If you go into the Oklahoma game absent a running game against that defense, this game could potentially get ugly, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I just wanted to ask Jason, is this what you're seeing?
Yes.
And if so, how do you feel about this game, man?
I think that Oklahoma has a chance to run away with it because of the fact that we said this a lot of styles making fights, and what you're good at is if it's good with what the matchups are going to be what they are. What they're not good at is what Oklahoma is fantastic at, and so it could be when you start talking about interior play. David Stone may be the best interior defensive lineman in the country right now, and this guy's he's just been getting better and better each week. So with him and Jaden Jackson and Dominic Williams, along with Grayson Halton may be the other one that might be the best player in the country as far as the way he gets back there so quickly. He's a little undersized for a tackle, but the guy's unreal. Look, I don't really know what they've got going on, and listen, I believe that Sark is probably going to come up with something that's going to, because regardless of this is a wounded dog situation when it comes to OU and Texas, but I think what I saw in this game is what I've been saying a lot of was, number one, defensively, they're going to struggle here because they do have a new offensive line. And it hadn't been great all year, but you hadn't seen it as much because they've been playing UTEP and San Jose State and then, Sam Houston. Well, now you go up against a team like, and even though, Florida has looked awful, but this is an SEC trench team. They have a good defensive line. They were able to run the ball, though, as much as anything. And that was for everybody saying that you had an elite defense on the other side, that was the thing that I was most surprised of. They took that game immediately, went 8 minutes in the opening drive. It was an 80-yard drive or whatever, and you're running it. They punched it in down there, and it kind of felt like from there on. But yeah, that was my thing is, wouldn't you be trying to do some mesh routes or something to where they're quick interior stuff? You get that rub off of that, that inside receiver, especially, and you start hitting those mesh routes over the middle. That's going to help your quarterback get going. This week, when they go up against this D line, if they're not getting the ball out quick, they're gonna they're liable to break a record for sacks. You know,
I believe it, man.
They had,
I don't know. I can't put it on. It's almost like you got to blame Sark or you got to blame Arch. You know,
I mean, shit.
I just can't put it on Sark right now. You know, I don't know what's going on in Texas. I don't know.
I know what's going on.
It feels like they need to. I don't know. I would blame part of it on Sark. I think you got to blame part of it on Texas or on him as well. But my thing would be that you got to find a way to get him comfortable, and this ain't gonna be the week to do that.
Yeah,
you know, you better. But these long developing routes, like you just described a route to me that's a dig route, a fade route, and a high post.
Clear out, yeah.
Shit, man, those take 4 seconds to get going. You know what I mean? For that thing to open up, you don't have 4 seconds against Oklahoma.
And in this particular play I'm talking about, Arch had time. He just never looked at it, man.
But his clock's already sped up, is what I was getting at. I feel like his clock has already been sped up. I'm not, as much as I give Texas shit, I think Arch is going to be a good player, right? Yeah. I don't think that it's a great situation for him today, because the other part is that those receivers aren't getting separation.
Yeah, that's facts.
Like, these are 5-star receivers that ain't doing much, Brinsky.
Man, I was on mute, my bad. Which I am very, very surprised by. Good, man. You got Ryan Wingo, who me and Ty, who was very, very high on, like, man, he's gonna take that step and be a wide receiver one. Man, I haven't seen it this year at all, for real.
Yeah.
And you got CJ,
but he's quiet for a lot of time.
You got CJ Baxter and all those guys back there, and you're not running the ball, which is crazy to me. I like, man,
Baxter's hurt, and Trey's been hurt as well. Trey Wisner. There's
I think he just now getting back, like, kind of healthy.
Yeah, Wisner. And he looked like he was grabbing his hammy to me after that one tackle that he got hit on. I mean, they had like 50 yards in this game.
Facts, Ephraim. And I don't want to hear no Texas fan. They was on Alabama. Y'all Alabama fans want to fire DeBoer. Y'all stupid. Bro, they going ham on Sark right now. I don't want to hear no Texas fan ever talk about Alabama fans overreacting, because they talking about they doing the same thing with Sark right now.
Yeah, Bevo been real quiet, man. I haven't seen him on like none of the channels lately, man. He been poking his chest out
on Coach Rick's channel. He popped in for a few minutes last night, and he wasn't as boastful as normal, but he was like, y'all don't realize that you know they got a plan for y'all. They're coming in pissed off. Well, I would hope they're pissed off.
You know what that sound like, man? That sound like he got on those fandom glasses, man. He got on the fandom. You just got to say to make yourself build yourself up. That's what it sounds like. It don't sound like you.
Film don't lie.
Are we giving our takes on this game? Because I'm telling you right now, mine's not going to be very long. And I think Coach Shine can appreciate this. I think we're talking about the wrong side. All I heard was how Texas's defense is rebuilt through the portal, about how good their run defense is. Well, I can tell you this much: a very struggling, by the way, Florida offense who hasn't been able to run the ball. Now, that's not against Jaden Ball's fault, right? He, in my opinion, he's one of the best running backs in the SEC. Lagway has looked terrible. The line has looked terrible. Well, they ran for over 100 with ball. Lagway was what? 21 of 28, 298 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Dallas Wilson had over 100 yards receiving. They couldn't get to Lagway. This Texas defense, this just solidified everything I said. I don't even care about the Texas offense. That's off the table at this point. I'm not saying Arch is bad. I think Arch has time to develop. I think there's a learning curve to this that sometimes we take for granted, right? So how often does a kid come in, even, I don't care who it is, how many of us Alabama fans wrote off Ty Simpson in week 1? Because all I saw in the comment section was how Ty sucked after week 1.
Oh, I kept the receipts.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I feel like, you know what I mean, this just kind of transition, but I think what happened is Florida just lined up and they did what they wanted to do, and Texas couldn't do anything about it. And like it or not, when you see these upsets happen, it's usually because of what? One player ends up just showing out. Garcia against Alabama when he was at South Carolina lined up with, what was it? what was the receiver's name? Oh my gosh, not Mike Evans. He was
Alshon
Jeffrey. Like had a hell of a game, right? This didn't happen against Texas. Nobody showed out like that. It was just they lined up, they played their game, and they just beat you soundly across the board, plain and simple. If I'm a Texas fan, I'm worried.
As you should. Man. Go ahead, Tez.
So I tell you, this game, I think all of us pretty much picked Texas to win this game, right?
I think for the most part, because that's what I was trying to shout out to my boy Bobby, who is a big Florida Gators fan. He said, man, y'all talking about Texas this, Texas that. I said, Bobby, we said on that show, I had to go back. I still ain't fully watching, but I know every last one of us said it ain't gonna be easy.
That's fact.
You ain't just about to go into the swamp in one of the most hardest places to win a game in college football and just think you're just gonna walk out of there with an easy win. So I said if they do win, and I remember Coach Sean put it out there and said if Art struggle, DJ Ladway could just do a little bit and they'll keep him in the game and they can possibly win. That defense is good. And that's what happened.
So I'm gonna tell you
had a great game, but my fault.
I'm gonna tell you what happened in this game. And believe it or not, it's an injury. Jacoby Jackson was injured for this football game. Florida was down to one running back. He happens to be one of the running backs that I think could be the best running back in the country. That's why you see him with 27 carries in this game, because they didn't have nobody else to hand the football off to. And they figured out early on that, like, oh, we probably should have just been giving this dude the ball the entire year.
He said,
all of a sudden,
the football, man.
All of a sudden, the offense looks great. like all of a sudden, it looks great. You was doing that running back by committee thing. You wouldn't feed this guy, and then you was getting, having to rely on the pass too much. But you had these injuries. Because I think they had 2 running backs injured. You had these injuries to your running back room, and it forces you to give the ball over and over again to your best player. Mm-hmm. I honestly think that if Jacoby Jackson's healthy, and I think the other kid named Clark, if they play in this football game, the result may be different. Because I don't think they give the ball to Jaden Ball 27 times. I just don't. They haven't shown that in any other game.
They had to do that, though, to be able to get to their passing game because I mean, you've seen what's been happening with Lagway leading up to this. I mean, 5 interceptions against LSU. They got away from the run game completely. And Jaden Ball's a dog, bro. That dude's a baller.
That's what I'm saying. I think after, the first 8-9 carries and they saw how he was running the ball, it's like, we can just do this. Like, we just do this over and over again. Bro. And then as far as Texas goes, man, I'm just gonna say it. Like, I haven't been high on Arch. I've always been I have to see it first type of person.
Yeah, facts.
I watched this film. I wasn't overly impressed with his film from high school. And on top of that, he kind of played in a private school league. It wasn't really the best competition in Texas that he played. Yeah, so it was like, I don't know. I have to see this at the collegiate level. I mean, people laugh when I say this, but man, I just don't think the dude want to play football. I think this is a situation where he got great uncles, and they my uncles, my daddy's daddy been playing. My uncle was a quarterback. My uncle's uncle was a quarterback. I'm halfway decent at quarterback. Man, that dude probably wants to be a painter. He probably wants to.
There you go. I knew you were going to start there, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, sometimes we got to.
Quarterback is a developmental spot, bro. QB is not one of these. It don't matter who your uncle is. QB is a spot where you have to actually go through it to get better. I've seen the best of the best. Name me how many freshmen or sophomores in their first year went out and just dominated. It ain't that many. It ain't that many, bro.
No,
I'm talking about from Michael Vick to Kyler Murray to Kyler had to sit behind Baker. Was it Baker?
Yeah, yep. Baker.
But see, the thing is, though, Coach Son, none of these quarterbacks received this type of hype.
No,
I mean, this kid was anointed. Like,
not by me.
And what I'm saying is he's underperforming. He does not look halfway of what I was told that he was going to be. And I don't think he has looked like that from the film I've seen, I don't think he's looked like that at any point.
Bro,
He is going to have to make a dramatic step. Yeah, I want you to think about this. Texas fans crucified Quinn Ewers.
Oh yeah,
like they were ready to take Quinn Ewers and run him out of town to put this kid on the field. Like the hype had gotten so much that it was like this was a can't miss prospect, and then like you can miss with this kid.
To be fair, they had better guys out there at the wide receiver position than they have out there right now, and they had a better offensive line. Effort. They had a better offensive line. But I do agree with everything you said. I'm just throwing that out there. So Quinn really had everything, the table set.
Yeah. But see,
next
that's
year,
another
Arch
thing.
That's probably one of the best quarterbacks in the country. You watch.
Yep. I agree.
That's another thing, though. Like when we anoint these quarterbacks, sometimes like we don't consider what they have to work with. Like, hey, man, this dude, man, this offense in general, like what we're talking about, this offense in general is struggling. The receivers aren't playing up the part. The offensive line isn't playing up the part. They aren't running the football. So like sometimes it's just not cut and dry. It's just throw another quarterback in there and it's gonna work out. Listen, I'm an Auburn fan. I got receipts on what our fan base said about Peyton Thorne last year. And they thought that like you're just gonna put another quarterback in there and magically everything's gonna be all right. It doesn't really work like that. Like the system has to work like as a whole, as a unit. And what you see from Texas right now is just they don't have it. They don't have it this year, and he's not good enough for a quarterback to disguise that. Like some quarterbacks are good enough the way your team don't have it, you can kind of make up for it and make it look like it's a good offense because you had that ability. He's not one of those quarterbacks. He's missing reads. Like, you know, that's an Arch problem.
I knew it was a telltale.
With this offense.
My fault. I knew it was
you go ahead.
I knew it was a telltale sign when shout out to Archie Manning when he said it's no rush for him to go to the NFL.
Facts.
I knew that was a telling thing. Like he's coming back regardless, so you can go ahead and cancel. That's why you don't really see him even before they even really played. He went on no NFL draft boards because I was like, it's pretty cut and dry. Like he's not going to the NFL. Because he needs those reps. And then one thing I think I have learned, and I'm really enjoying this one thing, is when you see a lot of guys come out in their first year, they pretty much struggle when they come out into the NFL. It matters about, I forgot what GM or scout, they say they are looking for this amount of starts. What has he done throughout this time? They just seeing progression after progression throughout the years. Or whatnot. So it makes sense. And then you look at the quarterbacks that have done it. And there's a lot of them that have done it in the NFL that are big time stars. Like Baker Mayfield, you see what happened when you get him in a certain place. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, these type of guys, because they actually progress. They have multiple games under their years. I gotta find that, man. I thought that was dope.
Bro, let me say this before you get
this dude don't want to be no quarterback, man. What's his major?
Somebody said Arch would not even. Bro, listen. People just be overreacting, bro. Listen, man. Bro, listen. Arch Manning is a young kid as far as playing experience, bro. Right? Bryce, as great as Bryce was not ready to play his first year, right? Mac Jones had a great year. Mac had to sit behind two other first rounders for about 3 years before. Look at Ty. Ty been in the program. He been in the system. He been at Bama for 3 years, bro.
4.
Me and Brinsky we had a running joke with each other about Arch. You know, him and John would pick with each other about Arch. I knew Arch was going to be great, just not this year. I don't think it's going to happen this year. He's going to have some good games, some bagging. Typical young quarterback stuff. Typical, man. You know, yes, he's missing reads. Yes, the game is going a little fast. Yes, his offensive line is not really helping him a lot. All of that, right? Coach Carl said something. I want you, if you get a chance, to put Coach Carl's on screen about LSU. That is what I'm talking about. Joe Burrow, people don't remember this.
Yep.
But Joe Burrow sucked his first year at LSU. He was terrible, right? He was terrible. He was not good. Everybody was like, man, who is this dude? He got that full year of experience. Came back with my man. I forgot the young
Joe
offensive
Brady.
coach name.
Joe Brady was a QB guy.
And went foolish, bro. The game slows down at that quarterback position, man. That's not running back. That's not, wide receiver. That you got to have protect. You controlling everything, protections, hots, everything. You reading safeties, reading the Mike linebackers. You commanding everything along with your center, right? That position is not for the faint at heart. It just don't happen like that, man. It don't. Yeah. Over the whole history of football, give me quarterback. You've had a few, right? We've had a few, but you can't name 10 who just come out their first season, go butt noodles, right? First team.
It's not his first year though. He's been there for 2 years.
Hey, we're talking about experience playing under center.
I don't care about his first year playing. Now, if you're a 5th year senior or 4th year senior and you've been in the same program for that, then I can understand like a tie. These guys have been in the system for a long time. Arch is Arch is a sophomore, junior, what?
Junior.
This should be.
But this is his first time with real, constant playing experience with teams having film on him. Not come in and mop up duty and play or somebody hurt and you come in. No, you're the starter. Now every team has film from the previous game on you. They can study film on you. That's totally different. Totally different. This is so he has to go through the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows. Watch how different it be. If Michael Hawkins had started Oklahoma, I thought that kid was going to be awesome coming into this season, right? John Mateer, great experience. Kids like that's been in the program and have actually put film out there. Those are the kids that learn from it and become better the very next season.
That's right.
Now, let me ask you a question real quick, Coach, if you guys don't mind. I think too, another thing that gets missed is Arch didn't go into an offensive scheme that you're just going to learn overnight. We know
that is very true. I give you that.
Yeah.
So okay. I want to get you guys' opinion on that because he went into one of the toughest offensive schemes to probably learn, in my opinion.
It's fact.
Yeah. I just looked it up. He a communication major, so I mean he can be on TV. We'll get to see him when he decides that this is the tell the word that
next season.
He can.
I'll put it like this: would you take him or hold on? Let me ask you this real quick. And I know
here we go.
Would you take him or Jackson Arnold?
Right now, take Jackson Arnold.
You will lie.
Right now? To my the coach.
You give Arch Manning Cam Coleman, and I'll leave it at
that. Can we protect him? We gonna turn free rushes in it. It don't matter who
I'm gonna tell you right now. Y'all can protect Jackson Arnold. Y'all whole point is saying he holding on to the ball too long. I don't think y'all hear a lot of that from Arch.
All I'm saying is Jackson Arnold is the leading rusher by attempts from a quarterback in the SEC. I don't think Arch wants to do that. I mean, it is what it is. I don't think either one of them would function well under this offensive.
I'm gonna ask you.
Wait. Arch only wants to run, Jackson only wants to run the ball. What you talking about?
That's what I'm trying to get.
No. I'm just saying, like, would Arch want to do that? Oh, he hasn't been very successful running the ball.
I think he'd love to have your receiving core.
Everybody would love to have our receiving core, but that listen,
for Jackson Arnold.
That receiving core is beautiful. It's all the nice little shiny things on the outside. If we can't keep the quarterback upright, none of that matters. None of that matters, bro.
Tez, you know as well as everybody sitting in here that it is not about that offensive line. It's about him sitting back there patting the baby for 4 seconds.
Thank you. You don't want to be honest.
I beg to differ, man. I beg to differ. I've watched the film. I've seen it.
Like, you need to go back and watch it again and get your stopwatch out because it's not coming out.
Nah, I mean the problem. I know this is derailing, but the problem occurred in the Ball State game. Free rushers, like I guess I don't understand how a person is supposed to be confident in playing quarterback.
His average
when they can't protect, trust their protection.
The ball. His average time against Oklahoma was 3 seconds holding the ball.
I give you that, but I'm telling you, in the offensive line can pick up stunts and twists.
No.
If I got to bring in my tackle and my running back, if I got to bring in my tackle and my running back to block 4 people, If we can't block 4 with 7, I only have 3 routes on the field. Guess what's gonna happen to the quarterback? He gonna hold on to the football.
Yeah, it sounds like
There's
you
7
guys
people in coverage.
You guys got a freeze problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's
dropping 7 every play, and you still not running the football.
Yeah, like we couldn't block 4 with 7 people. I mean,
hey, I know.
Put Arch behind that if you want to.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You put Arch in that Texas A&M game, he at least getting the first down.
Yeah. I give you an interesting stat. Texas A&M in the last 2 weeks have held opponents to 1 of 23 on the first down.
Guess who they played? Auburn and Mississippi State. Teams that I told you that was overrated.
Can't stretch the field.
I mean, still, but you're talking about 1 out of 11 and 0 out of 12. Like Coach Sean said, that doesn't happen. His defense is pretty good.
Okay. And guess who they about to play this weekend? I guarantee you they're gonna have at least 7 or more first down. They play in Florida. I don't believe in Mississippi State at all, bro. That Arizona.
I'm not talking about Mississippi State play Florida, or that you're talking about Texas A&M?
No, Mississippi State played Texas A&M, but Florida plays them this weekend. I'm just saying, I just never believed in Florida. I think Florida is just not Florida overhyped. Mississippi State is overhyped. I believe they're better, but it's still Mississippi State. They just show why they've been Mississippi State, why they will forever be Mississippi State.
I mean, I think they're like a 6-win team. They won 2 games last year. They better than that.
They're better than they were last year for sure.
Ain't nobody picking them to win the SEC.
I'm just basing it off your rankings, man. It's a reason why I'm saying that. It's a reason why I'm saying that, because y'all had them in y'all power rankings.
I did.
And it was just a little shot at you. But you know it's all love, man.
Hey, man. It's all good, man.
Let me get these super chat. This one yours, Jason. Go for it.
I picked Florida fan documentation beats conversation. Hey, I think this was so he made sure that he was not one that picked Texas against Florida last week. He's letting you know.
He did.
Everybody here was picking Texas. Not.
Yeah, he did pick Florida. Yeah, he's right. He's right. He's 100%.
And you called him biased for it, Mr. Brinsky.
No, I don't think I called him biased.
Yeah, Pam, appreciate for coming to
called everybody biased, bro. That's what he does.
No, I call people who I said was biased.
You call us biased every time we talk about anybody.
Oh yeah, man. I do, man. Man, you can hear the fandom come out of people sometimes, bro.
Yeah, you do.
You can hear the fandom come out.
I didn't just make it up.
Oh no. You can hear the fandom come out of
everybody, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. The why you can't base everything on record.
Hold on. First of all,
that's my point. A power ranking, you can't just base it on a record. If that's the case, there'll be a lot of teams that's number one. A lot of teams that I told them about before we move on. A lot of teams that I told them about Texas A&M should be up there. They had them completely off the list. Don't worry. I got on Tez about this.
Here's the thing, Dwight. It says Tez and Nick rankings are all about record. There's an open invitation. Brinsky doesn't want to come on the show. He just want to sit in the comments and criticize every pick we made. He came on and picked all these teams. You got him out of there. We wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Go back. All right, how about this? Listen. Go back to the episode I was on before and look at all the teams that I picked that time and look at where they at now.
And you complained about it that episode.
No, I said, why is Texas A&M not up here? How does that make any sense? How you on the list and you fall off the list when you won? And you said they ain't play nobody. Now all of a sudden they got a great defense.
All I said to you on that episode was, Brinsky, you had 3 picks. You could have picked Texas A&M and put them on the list. But you also, who was up there ranking teams with us, chose to leave them on the sideline and then criticize one of us for not picking them.
Because you had 3 picks, they don't deserve to be in this spot. I said, how is this team better? Don't worry, man. We're gonna talk about that one of these days. My bad, man. We went. Shout out to the my boy Tez on SEC.
The most credible ranking show on the internet, man.
Y'all gonna see him.
It's a lot of fun though, for real, man.
Oh yeah, man, it is. But Nick is biased. Nick is definitely biased. I'm sorry.
I try to be as non-biased as I can.
That's what I did there, Jonathan.
Yeah, no, I'm paying attention.
Oh no. But Nick is biased, man. And this whole
y'all see what I did.
I'm taking one more shot at Nick, and I need Nick on the show because I want Nick. I know everybody up here is SEC. My man Nick said the SEC is overrated. He said it ain't been as dominant. And he's an Auburn guy, by the way.
Based off what though? Based off what?
Based off what?
I mean, I'm just
asking.
Based off what?
He says that the middle of our conference isn't that strong. I mean, you have to get him.
Is the middle of the Big Ten strong?
Nope.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. You have to get him to explain. Don't make me. I'm not gonna make the argument for him.
You about to go over there?
Yeah, I'm about to do.
You tell him I called him out on the show. He got an open invitation. I had to put it out there because he said
I would argue Oklahoma's schedule is tougher than any team in the Big Ten. I agree with you. Michigan, give Michigan Oklahoma's schedule. What would their record be?
I agree with you 100%.
We ain't even gonna talk about Penn State, who got beat by a UCLA team that don't have a damn win. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Or a coach.
Man.
You know,
hey, I've watched. I know it's off the subject.
I
went back
Texas
and watched
go
that
to
football game.
Ohio State, first game of the season for both, right? And damn near won, right? Give Ohio. When is Ohio State's next biggest game? Who? Iowa?
Next year, probably.
Like these people don't have to worry about nothing all week long, all year, right? You will play a great team in the beginning of the season. You try to fool me like Penn State's good. You try to put Maryland like, oh, Maryland's awesome. Them teams suck, right? Let them play Georgia. Let them play Florida on the road. Let them play Alabama. Let them play LSU on the road. Let them play, let them play Oklahoma. Let them play Ole Miss back to back. They're gonna slip up in there a couple of times.
Tell them.
You got to get Nick on. Points, man, because I don't know.
I personally said that because I want you to send that message. I said that so you can personally send him that message because it's nonsense. It's stupidity at its finest, and he is way too smart for that. Nick is way too smart for that, and I don't like that. He's speaking like an Auburn fan. And this is why Auburn be losing because you got fandom like that.
Little brother.
Now we just throw everybody under the bus.
Little brother.
Texas Tech is the best team in the Big 12. Talk to me about the middle of the Big 12. Colorado.
Like there's a middle of the Big 12.
I tell you guys this now. I gotta say this, man. Before I dip out of here, I went back and watched the Penn State and
how did you put yourself through that again?
Because I was like, man, I really want to understand. I want to understand Drew Aller. Like, is he like? I want to because I called Drew Aller trash, but honestly, I hadn't watched a ton of Penn State football. It's not my cup of tea. I watch them in the playoffs when they get there in them big games, but I'm not just watching them. So I went back and watched this game, man. Drew Aller was the best player on the field. Yeah, I give him I'm not saying that he's one of the top quarterbacks in the country, but I can understand why an NFL coach would look at him and say, I can fix his shortcomings. Because measurables wise, he has all of it. He's a competitor. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch more of him before I just keep criticizing him like that.
Man, you don't need to watch that.
He played well in that game, man. If you go back and look at it, he was. It wasn't a Drew Aller problem. It was.
And they were throwing slant routes against. They was throwing meshes against zone and all that. Like what?
Yeah, they couldn't. It was not his. Like it was like I don't know.
Man,
they weren't running the ball like Penn State traditionally does. They was not doing that. The receivers dropped. My God, so many open passes, and it was like I'm looking at this game. I'm like, yeah, if I'm an NFL scout, I probably could think I could fix this dude.
Go ahead. You'll lose your job. Go ahead.
James Franklin probably don't have that long.
Yeah,
after I bet you Penn State keep that rascal.
I mean, I hope they do.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I gotta get it out of here, man.
Okay, let me shout you out before you go, man. Y'all make sure y'all go over there to SEC season is down there in the description box. Y'all go over there and show my boy some love. He finally over 100 subs. So definitely shout out to you, my dog. About time. you see what happened when you drop content, man? You get more subscribers.
It happens. Before I dip though, I do want to say something about that. Like, what's the last game? That Miami Florida State game?
Oh yeah, Miami Florida State. Go ahead.
I told y'all that
Miami's
Florida State
real,
was
man.
not ready.
I
for
picked
that
Florida
football
State to
game.
win that damn game, and they didn't look like a team until the fourth damn quarter.
Yeah, Miami is. Florida State is a team. I just get this real quick. Florida State is a team that I think is on the verge. I think Alabama ran into them when it was the perfect time for them to win that football game when they played Alabama. I don't think that they could win that football game against Alabama right now. I don't know if there's a lot of overreactions to that game. I don't know if Florida State is as good. I know they are limited by that Gus Malzahn offense. If you can figure that out, you can beat them. And Miami is just a cut above them when it comes to, like, you see the talent, you see the speed. Look at the speed on defense. If you watch that game, and shout out to Keontae Scott.
Oh, just about to say your boy
absolutely balling out in that Miami uniform, bro. I'm so proud of that kid. But yeah, man, Miami. I hate to say, don't look now, but they wasn't anybody's pick preseason, but man, they have put together a pretty nice team. Those receivers are explosive. I think Brisky mentioned the guy last episode. What's his name?
Malachi Tony is amazing to me.
Malachi Tony. This dude is all the stuff that NFL scouts are looking for in a receiver in terms of ability and speed, like explosiveness. Like he's gonna make some teams very happy, bro. But and Ruben Bain, like that, Miami's a decent team. You know, they still got to be tested because they're gonna go through the entire year without playing anybody for real. So we'll see what they do when they at the end of the year when they come up on
Notre
like
Dame,
big
though. They've won 2 big games before this weekend.
That is true. Yeah, you're right.
Florida is one no easy game, man. Florida can easily have one loss on their schedule, and that could be Miami. They could have beat LSU. They supposed to beat South Florida. I just got to give them more credit than that, man. Miami is one of the most complete teams in college football.
You can't talk. You can't say anything about what they've done in the past. And look, I'm as much as the next guy. I understand that Mario Cristobal can screw this up at any point.
Yes, absolutely.
Be mindful, facts, Jason. That's a big point. I've
seen
this movie before.
They're
bro.
very good in the trenches.
Get out
that's what I was about to say, man. Appreciate you coming on, man. Y'all make sure y'all catch him tomorrow. What time?
7:30 p.m. Central Time, man. We're gonna start our ranking teams again for this week. You know, it's gonna be interesting.
He's gonna piss me off again, but shout out to him.
All right, man.
Peace. But go ahead, Jason. My fault.
No, it's cool. I was just saying that the one thing, I mean, yeah, well, you know that he can mess this up at any point, no doubt about it. But here's what they got. They're unbelievable in the trenches. Ruben Bain is a dude. And look, for everybody that likes to talk shit about Carson Beck, they had the most drops in the country last year from their receivers. It wasn't that he wasn't hitting them, and they still won the damn SEC. So you can say what you want, but this football team looks pretty complete to me at Miami. It looks complete to me. Now, again, a close game, he can be a liability. There's no two ways around it. But if you're going to sit there and tell me that Miami isn't good, I want to know if you're watching them at all, because I don't think you can be.
No, I agree 100%. I think I'll be honest with you. The games I watched Miami in this year, the one thing that stuck out to me was how fast their defense looks. You talking about a swarm defense, because that's what Alabama fans always want to hear from a 4-2-5 and Kane Womack. To me, it looks like one of the fastest defenses I've watched this year, in my opinion. And Ruben Bain is on a different level than he's just, like you said, he's a stud. I think Miami will go as far as the defense will allow them to go. I think Carson Beck, you kind of know what you're going to get out of Carson Beck. He's not going to come in probably and throw 500 yards and 5 touchdowns to win you in a big game like that, in my opinion. I think, especially with such a young receiving core, Malachi Tony, I think, is an absolute stud. But when you look at that Miami defense, I think that is the key for them, right? So, and
no doubt,
Mario, I love that you said it, Jason. Mario Cristobal, dude. I treat him just like I treat 2 other people, and that's Eli Drinkwitz, and I treat James Franklin.
Yes.
I'm sorry, and Brian Kelly to an extent. You know what I mean? So, like, until you can win.
I think he's a little Billy-esque. You know what I mean?
Now, my question to you guys, to the panel is, did Billy do enough to save his year?
Not even close.
Texas, not even close. Because I know they got a tough schedule remaining ahead of them still. But
he's going to have to win some more games. I think that because if you listen to what the fan base is saying, and they're out on him, you know what I mean? They're out on him. Now, you beat Florida State, or no, they don't play Florida State, do they? Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they play Florida State.
No, they already did. No, but they still have some games ahead of them that if they win, it'll help them out. But I don't know. It doesn't feel like to me. I think it's over there. I think they're looking to see who they can get. They've got to be working behind the scenes. No. I don't know who it's going to be. But
to second that up before you finish that, because I want you to answer this too, and for the rest of the panel, same thing. If not Billy, who would have stepped into that situation and succeeded more? And I'm not saying there's not anybody out there. I'm asking, in your opinion, was it a good idea to go out and get Sun Belt Billy, or should you have gone out and got an SEC guy, or Schumann, somebody like that? Or I'm not saying he would have took it, but you
should have never fired Dan Mullen. The guy was winning. He'd beaten Georgia already.
That is the number one thing. Should never let him go.
Should have never done that. So do I think they should have gotten Billy? Clearly not. Clearly not. I don't think that he was the guy for that job. Now, here's what I mean, I think they may have screwed them up on a G5 coach at this point, but if it's me, I'm going to get Alex Golesh, man. He came to your house and kicked your ass, and he's done everything he could possibly do to beat Bama in the last few years as well. 2 years in a row, they gave Bama all they wanted. Alex Golesh is that dude, bro.
They're gonna be knocking down doors to go get him too.
That's who I'd be after. If not, maybe Summerall. I like Summerall a lot. I think he's real good.
I think they may go after Lane.
I don't think Lane's going anywhere. I got to be honest with you. I don't think he's going anywhere.
To Brinsky, I got to ask you this: does Ole Miss have a legitimate chance to be in the playoffs and win a national championship this year? To you, yes or no? This year, right now.
Does who have a?
I really don't know. I still don't know, man. I thought last year was like their best chance because they had a loaded roster.
Their defense was much better last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I do like the defense, but that was against LSU, so I got to see it against, because LSU been kind of disappointed on offense. But go ahead, John. My fault.
I'm saying that because why would you leave a program that you spent time in and has a better chance of reaching the playoffs in a national championship game? Florida is not what, in my opinion, guys. I'm not trying to hate on Florida. Florida is not this magical blue blood program that people tends to build it up to be.
They've had 20 total years of good football, bro. 20.
That's what I'm saying. Like 3 national champions. Now, granted, it's more than Ole Miss. I'll give you that. But what I'm getting at is, would you rather have an Ole Miss legacy of bringing them 1 national championship, their first ever 11-win season, I believe, like, you know what I mean, and all this history behind it? Or do you go to Florida and possibly run into another Tennessee situation where I left Tennessee when it was a good situation? I end up at USC and I'm on a tarmac. Do I leave Ole Miss in a good situation where I'm happy, end up at Florida, and I'm left on a tarmac again?
Yep. I think that it's a different time of his life myself. That's why I don't think he's going anywhere. I think that Ole Miss,
I agree,
has embraced him and embraced his weird way. They're good with all that shit. They're giving him what he wants. They're able to give him enough money to play the portal game the way he wants to, and the expectations are not ridiculous in virtue of who they are, because you might put one together and go deep in the playoffs and, dare I say, win a natty. I don't really think that that's this year. I think defensively, but except for Chambliss is a bad dude, bro.
He is.
He's a bad dude, but they got to play. I don't think that their defense is good enough. I think we're about to get into the meat of the schedule and we're going to find it out.
Florida has a better history than.
I think Lane is on the first thing, smoking the hell out of there.
You do? You really do think that?
Without a doubt.
I think Florida. He's a Cali guy. Florida fits him. What's the best? I just think I think everything you said about Ole Miss is facts. You were spot on, but I think it's Ole Miss is like, this is as good as you go.
That he might take would be like LSU. I don't think Florida's hit.
You might be right, but I think he's not going to stay at Ole Miss. If
it's
the right opportunity.
It's like a cap at Ole Miss. Man.
Yeah, it's only
it's only so far you're gonna go. It's just like Clark Lee at Vanderbilt. It's only like this is the best I believe Vanderbilt will ever be. He's gonna be one of the hottest coaches. I notice you're alum there and all that, but it's not gonna be any better than this, bro. Go get a better job.
It's like TCU.
They're not gonna invest in your program for you at Vandy, even though they got money. They've always had money.
Yeah, it's like TCU, Jason. TCU is a good program, man. They got hell of alumni. They got money, but it's only so far. You're not gonna be the Texases, the Oklahomas. You're gonna be good. They're gonna be good. Texas Tech, they're gonna be good. Oklahoma State, Boone Pickens, they're going to be good, right? But I don't know how far you can go with these programs like that.
We say a lot about Florida,
it's a different world we live in at the moment, though.
So, Coach Sean, if you're an AD, do you go after Lane?
Hell yes.
Okay, so is there anybody? Go ahead.
Kids want to play for Lane, yes.
Gotcha. Would you put anybody above Lane that would possibly leave?
I think there are better coaches out there, but I don't think they fit the SEC model. I'd take Kyle Whittingham over Lane Kiffin, but I don't think he fit the dog-eat-dog world of the SEC.
I got you.
5 years ago, I'd take Kyle Whittingham over Lane. I don't know that I do today.
I love Kyle Whittingham.
I do too. I think he's similar to like Saban. I think he's a very similar guy, right?
I don't think his style, the SEC is dog-eat-dog, bro. You got to, I think it was Urban Meyer who said he came from the Big Ten where they had these gentlemen's agreements where everybody, okay, I'm not going to recruit your quarterback if you don't recruit my. He got to the SEC. It was like, damn that. It ain't over.
The Bagman's coming, bro.
Andrew, if you talking about, he said if they win out, it's a strong possibility. Which one you talking about? I don't know if you're talking about firing Billy Napier or whoever. Who you talking about? Because you talking about Billy Napier. Billy Napier is definitely not about to win.
He's dead man walking, bro.
Yeah. They're not winning.
I will bet,
and they ain't winning out. By the way,
he is not winning out.
Shit, no.
If you want to win some easy money, if you expect Billy Napier to win out, you might well go ahead and bet anybody that would bet that. Oh, but he said Ole Miss. Ole Miss.
Oh, okay.
See, I don't think I see where Pitt Knight Husker says. See, if you're going to go to Nebraska, you might well just stay at Ole Miss.
I don't think you should ever go to Nebraska. I think they fire coaches too quick, bro.
And today's kids are not trying to go out there in the Cornhuskers.
The money has to be right. I mean, you can get the guys and they do have the money to invest it. And
they got the money.
Here's the thing, what Pitt Sniper, I've been saying this a lot. Matt Rule's one of those excuse makers. He ain't the guy.
Can you get
the guy, man?
Abundance out there? Yeah, you get this one. Maybe that one. Can you get a collection of talent in Nebraska?
They screwed up going to the Big Ten because they lost their Texas pipeline, and most people wouldn't understand what you have to do if you're Nebraska now. Is you got to recruit JUCO like Tom Osborne used to, but Tom Osborne also had the ability. He was playing in either the Big 8 and then later the Big 12, where he had a pipeline into Texas. To be able to recruit Texas. You're not going to out-recruit the Midwest against Ohio State and Michigan.
Facts.
You're not doing it. And nobody from Florida is coming to Nebraska. Shit. Unless you have to just overpay or you have to get legacy kids. It's a tough place to win. I think Nebraska, they're still a blue blood, all that other stuff. They will spend the money to win. But if it's so volatile there.
Yeah.
So volatile there. And that's why I don't think that Lane would ever take the Florida job, because I don't think that Florida, they will fire you. They act like they're Nebraska, and they're not.
Scott Strickland's still there.
Nebraska. He wasn't going. I don't think he's going to Nebraska either.
Oh no.
As long as Scott Strickland's there, I don't believe. That's why I believe Lane wouldn't go there. It's because of the reasons you pointed out. And Scott Strickland's already got a kind of a bad reputation with a lot of alumni now at Florida as well.
Well, I think it was you, John. Wasn't it you that said Lane already has recruiting ties in Florida?
He was at FAU. He was at Boca Raton, right? So Lane already knows the areas.
I believe that job is him all the way to Sun Visor, the Cali Kid, the Sun, the Palm Tree. I think he'll take that Florida job.
It's too good of a job to just pass up, man. Because you in the state of Florida. Yeah, it's cool that I can get guys out of Florida and bring them to Mississippi. But it's a thing that you can be in the state of Florida and be like, you can stay in the state of Florida. Your parents can get there.
Why would he do that and knowing how volatile it is? I just think it's tough.
If the SEC was still in divisions, then I would be like, okay, I understand what you're saying. But it won't have divisions no more. So that's why I think it's a real good job to have. Only real team you got to really go against every year is I forgot who they 3 is. I know they're gonna have Georgia on there. I'm just guessing they're 3. LSU maybe.
Auburn, right?
No,
don't they have a big.
I don't think they have Auburn.
I forgot who they are.
I wish I had that on me. I think I still got
you in the chat. Put it on there.
I still had it. Thank God.
Oh, here we go. Georgia, South Carolina, and Kentucky. Yeah, that's soft.
Yeah,
outside of Georgia.
The only thing you got to go against is Georgia every year, and South Carolina. And man, come on, man.
And Lane is getting older. He getting older. He want to win some shit now, man.
I feel like LSU is where is because I don't think Brian Kelly's going to be there much longer. If they don't win this year, and they're not winning this year, I think BK's days are numbered there. I think he would much rather take that job.
LSU is a tough go.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather take that.
You got all you need right there in the boot.
I mean, true. That you can eat good, facts. And you have no other in-state Division I school that's taking your talent.
That's right. Man, that's the whole point. Is like what he bitches about in Mississippi is that they come and get his kids out of Mississippi because it is an Ole Miss. At LSU, there's 3 stars outside of the stadium that he can go get all day, every day, and win. He doesn't have to go get the 5-star guys, but they'll get some of them because it's LSU. I think it's a perfect job.
But guess what? Them Florida kids, man, it's better prospects. I think Florida is not the best, one of the best pipelines in the country. I think it's the best.
It is. It's one of the best pipelines in the country.
Texas.
I think that, like Mississippi, nobody really. You probably get a sprinkle of guys every year. Florida, you got a bunch of guys.
There's a lot of ballers in Mississippi too.
I think that
they all leave.
LSU. I think Louisiana. LSU is a. I got a personal. I do LSU a lot because I got a lot of friends from. Louisiana's a different kind of state, man.
Yeah,
man. They're very one of our own type state. Them Cajuns is different, bro.
Wrong.
Cajuns, you know, they're that fan base. I promise you, out of every fan base I've come in contact, is different than any other fan base in the whole SEC. They're very, very. I don't even know the right word for it. If you're not Cajun, they don't really have a lot of patience for your ass. Like they'll turn on your ass in a heartbeat, man. Like you know. And I just think Lane fit that Florida surfer. You know, he just fit, man, down there to me. You know, LSU, Louisiana is different.
I just think it's so you could have. I mean, look, Dan Mullen had one bad year.
Yeah. Well, I think that was contributed to Coach Saban. I think everybody got fired because of Coach Saban. Everybody was comparing themselves to Saban. You didn't beat Alabama, they were fired. It was so many coaches getting fired, bro. You know what I'm saying? Getting fired because you couldn't beat Alabama. I mean, look at Gus Malzahn went 8-4, I think it was, and may possibly have had one of the toughest schedules ever made. He was the only coach that had to play Bama and Georgia back then 2 weeks apart from each other.
Yep.
Right? What other coach had to do that? And then when he lost both of them, now your record go from what 10-2 to 8-4. You know, and he had some success against our
every year in the SEC though. Especially now, but I think it's wild. If you imagine what would he have done? What would Dan Mullen have done with more? I mean, he was right at the early part of the NIL.
Yeah.
Imagine what he ends up getting with the NIL, because they were paying dudes. They were paying dudes before that. We already know, but I mean, imagine not having to go under the table and get it done. You know what I'm saying?
I think they feel bad about that shit now, though. I think they fired Mullen a little too early now. When you
that was the stupidest decision they could have possibly made.
80s. He's about to get another job.
What about
McElwain? He ends up with the Arkansas gig, bro. What is
McElwain? I feel like he had a ceiling with them.
Yeah, but he took him to the SEC championship game the first year, just like Dan Mullen did.
But we already know the East and the West when it comes to the SEC was totally different from
I got you.
all you had to do was just really get past Georgia, and you pretty much win the East. And if Georgia won against Florida, you pretty much know who's going to play. That's why I was like, they should have kept Mullen there. I think they pulled the trigger too quick on that, and they realizing that Dan Mullen is going to get a nice cushy job.
I think they end up getting the Arkansas gig, and it might be the right one. If they know that they're going to have to, although it could be Bobby P. It sounds like Bobby P's in charge, right? I mean, he's firing coaches and shit as the interim guy. That's wild to me that they're allowing him to do that. But there you go. But to me, I think if you look at what Arkansas is, they've got the Tyson Chicken people, they've got Walmart. They make investing in Coach Calipari. There's no Jerry Jones. There's no reason why you shouldn't go get a guy like Mullen who knows how to recruit the South. I mean, that's what I just don't see. Guy that should be on everybody's radar right now. Should be on everybody's radar right now.
I don't think he's gonna take that Arkansas job. I think that's Bobby's all day. I don't know, man.
It's wild. I gotta go back to Bobby, bro.
Ephraim, I love you, brother. But California is definitely not number one when it comes to football players.
Oh, I don't know. Not even there's a lot of studs in Cali, man.
There's a lot of great quarterbacks.
Take quarterbacks. You telling me better athletes in California than Florida?
Do what?
Most of the D linemen down south.
Yeah, no, I agree to that. I'm giving credit on.
You look at it. I put it like this, and then when I had this argument, and then I'll let y'all name y'all top three on this. But I said you look at the history of Florida, and look at all the athletes that come out of there, and you compare it to any other state, it's not even close.
Now,
yeah, I think be careful. Texas exists, bro.
I don't care.
Texas exists.
Well, you got to look at it like this. Texas to me has. I don't think Texas has better athletes than Florida, but I do think Texas have better fundamental. I think Texas have better coaching, high school coaching than Florida.
They got big boys and good players too.
I give you that one.
Yeah. Florida has an abundance. I mean, you could throw a rock in South Florida, man. South Florida may have 100 athletes with Division I offers by itself, but I think it's better high school coaching in Texas.
That man Coach Snellenberger said it, man. If you cut off that whole South Florida, man, and all them boys just stay at home, it's totally different, man. It's a lot of guys that getting plucked up out of there every year. Every single year, but if you keep them boys home, you can see the difference.
Tampa,
look at when we was winning. Look at when we was winning. Mark Cooper, Calvin Ridley, Jerry Jeudy. I mean, look at when we was winning.
Come on now.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey man, it's so many guys that come out that state, and I ain't talking about these are like all-time great guys that's coming out that state. I love Cali. I love Texas.
Right again, Texas exists, bro. Texas exists. Don't forget about Texas.
Look at that. Derrick Henry, Pat Surtain. Like, it's guys.
Florida got their talent is crazy. I just don't think they got the best high school coaches.
Right?
I'm not arguing that point. I agree with you on that. Now, that is definitely.
Some of them California got some good high school coaches, too.
Yeah.
Andrew Glover hit it on the head for sure. I think Florida's got different speed. When you're talking about speed, my God.
Man, they up in them cane fields, man. They literally had Under Armour show that commercial with them boys chasing after them rabbits in the cane fields.
Hey, you see what Devontae Smith said? Devontae Smith say them Florida boys got good knees.
There you go.
Good knees, man.
Yeah, man. But y'all already know, man. Appreciate everybody coming in here tonight, man. Showing love. We definitely about to get up out of here. I don't know if we're going to get Coach Sean anymore this week. So I'm not even expecting it because my boy about to be out there. And before we got to let him
you can't go anywhere without talking about the damn Red River this weekend, bro. Come on, man.
That's Thursday. That's Thursday.
Okay, well, I don't know if I'll be able to be back on Thursday or not because I got a show too. I may be able to pop in though.
No. I may come over there with you. You never know. But okay. I just know Coach Sean will be busy sipping on some beverages, and I need to know your top 5 beverages and things you're gonna be doing. You're gonna be doing homecoming, my brother, when I get to you too. So it'll give you some time to think on it. But appreciate everybody. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Like I said, man, we are on the road to 1,400 right now. Appreciate everybody that's been supporting the channel. and we're gonna let these guys shout out their channels. Definitely shout out to Gelato for that late super chat for that $9.99, man. Appreciate you always supporting the channel, brother. Always. Say Roll Tide, appreciate the show. Thank you, man. That's what I said, man. We try not to take this stuff lightly. We're gonna be entertaining, man. And Christian Hughes says, shout out to Alabama A&M Bulldogs. It's homecoming week. Shout out to all my dogs that went up to A&M, man. Shout out to my boy Quint. He was in the band and all that. I need to ask if he's gonna be up there, man. It's gonna be so many people up in Alabama and up in Huntsville this weekend, man. It's about to be crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let these brothers shout out their channels, and we're gonna get up out of here.
The Bama Standard Network, obviously on there, at J Lewis on X. As far as anything else, Brinsky, obviously appreciate the invite. Coach Sean, always love talking football. Jason, same thing, man. Even though you're an OU fan, right? So we respect everybody's opinions. No. You know I have love for OU. But in all seriousness, same thing with Tez that already got off here, man. When you look at this panel and you include Coach Al, you include Coach Carl, you include when Ty Hayes gets on here, I don't know if there's a better panel out there, to be honest, talking football. I loved all the love from the comment section, from everybody, from Susan, Bishop, everybody out there, Ephraim, Jeff, all you guys. Obviously appreciate all the support. Yeah, Bama Standard at J Lewis on X.
You the man, John.
Hey man, Jason Watkins, Hall of Fame College Football. It's busy week over on Hall of Fame College Football with it's Hate Texas week. Red River Shootout. It's excited about the week, and I appreciate coming on. And John Lewis is right. And we come on this show, and I love sitting with these fellas, man, and talking. I mean, I'll talk ball with anybody all the time, but it's good to come on here and have guys that, we're going to be opinionated, but you get it backed up pretty well too. You're not just going to hear you're not going to hear something that's going to be just outlandish and they don't have something to say behind it, that's going to come with it. So, hey man, make sure you guys are subscribed to all these channels, because you're going to get amazing content when you do.
Appreciate you always, brother.
Facts, man. Much love to the entire panel, man. These guys are awesome at what they do. Always good to see John up here, man. Always good to see Jason up here. Appreciate my brother Brinsky for always letting us come on and chop it up. Appreciate my brother Ted. Shout out to all of our Wu-Tang clan, man. As far as the drinks, man, I ain't got but two, because only two I get on. That's that vodka and that Patron. When I was back and my little pockets was busted, we had to drink bottom shelf Skull vodka, $5 a pint, right? But now a brother can afford to drink the good-ish. You know what I'm saying? I deserve to drink the good-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, does tequila make your clothes fall off though, big Coach Sean?
Nah, make me want to slap some of these folks out their shoes. You know what I'm
there
saying?
You go. Yeah, that's what it does to me too. One of the two.
It look like Jason gonna be up there too, man.
Jason, holla at your boy, man. Coach Carl came up here with me last year. We got it in, met the fellas. You know what I mean? Coach Carl can tell you he been up here with your boy. You know what I'm saying? Bama Ball 9. That's my brother right there. That's another A&M guy. You know what I'm saying? My brother Don Julio, Coach Carl came up here with us. He know what it is up here. He know what it is to be with your boy. So we're gonna do it big, man. Shout out to all my partners, man. Shout out to Nemo, shout out to K-Love, shout out to Brad, shout out to Dave, shout out to Vic Vegas, my brothers. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get it in, bro. We got the all-white party. We got Jeezy coming up here Saturday. We got the Step Show Friday, and I'm involved with it all. So make sure you look on Alabama A&M website. You're gonna see all the fellas, all my former teammates, my brother Dave, everybody. We gonna get it in, bro. And I'm gonna miss y'all this week on a couple of days. Some of these guys, I don't get to see them a lot. So, they families come up here, man.
Enjoy that, man.
Yeah, you know how it is, Brent. We turn into a whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be out there. We're gonna be nice and juiced up. We're gonna have, Desert Eagles and 50 cows. For anybody want to talk crazy, you know what I'm saying? So we believe in doing your ass dirty up here, real dirty. Coach Carl can tell you he's seen with his own two eyes. But we gonna have a good time. If we can get Coach Carl, nice and tipsy, we going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Peer pressure, Coach Carl. But much love to everybody in the chat, man. We enjoy y'all. If you in Huntsville, Alabama, don't hesitate to look your boy up, man. I got you covered on this end of things. And Roll Tide to everybody, man, for sure. And I am an Oklahoma fan this week. What is it? Boomer Sooners, Boomer Sooners. and horns
Boomer
down.
Sooner. Just Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner this year, this week. Put lashes to Texas asses. You feel me? We definitely want that.
It's happening.
And that's just what we're doing right now. Shout out to my brother Jason. Shout out to John. Shout out to my brother Brinsky for sure. And shout out to Tez, man. Much love to you all.
Oh yeah, man. And of course, man, Bama Ball, she said,
okay, shit, female. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
Bama Boy. Hey, still, hey, hashtag Creed, man. Bulldog Creed. You already know what it is. You know.
And speaking of the Sooners, man, like I said, man, shout out. There's so many guys over there. Jason, you one of them. Jay, I ain't see JB in a minute. Shout out to JB, Mike, and one guy I have not been on one video with, but I'm gonna make sure him and Coach Sean, when, like I said, Jason, Oklahoma week, we collabing on the show, and you made sure you have Coach Ricks up here. I need Coach Ricks.
I'll get you his info. After this.
Yeah, I just need Coach Rich and Coach Ricks and Coach Sean together on the show, man. I feel like those brothers gonna love each other, man. I love Coach Rich, man. He's very, very knowledgeable.
Coach Rich, our guy, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah, man, real good dude.
Shout out Mars Jams.
Mars Jams.
Mars, what's going on with you, brother? But yeah, man, shout out to everybody up there in A&M.
Look, Brinsky.
Here we go. You already had your homecoming.
Exactly.
Leave it alone.
And I heard it wasn't that good. I'm just joking, Susan. I'm just joking.
But yeah, man, appreciate everybody coming in, man. Definitely shout out to everybody. Y'all already know Texas gonna drop 40 on Oklahoma. I said this out of emotion, everybody. I'm gonna get my official predictions come Thursday. Shout out to Coach Sean. Hopefully, I know we're not getting them no more this week. I just want to see what he looked like in this all-white party. I haven't been to an all-white party, and I just want to see how my boy dressed up for this all-white party.
When going Thursday? Party?
It's Thursday.
I mean, are you going on Thursday?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap in with you so you could see what's cracking.
We on there. All right, y'all here. Yeah. See my boy.
I might not get to stay long, but I'm gonna tap in.
No. I already know. I already expected this. So, but appreciate everybody, man. Boy, you got everybody, all these A&M folks up here, man. Ain't nothing like a HBCU homecoming, man. So I know it's about to go down. They about to eat good, drink good, leave the guns at home. The women are out there. So if you see a lady, go holler at her and don't be on that dumb stuff. And of course, we'll catch y'all on Thursday for the preview show of these games. So we'll see how everything goes. And we'll catch y'all on the next one. Roll damn Tide. Shout out to Texas.